You hear bagpipes? I got my first Benchmade at REI with my Dividend one year, many years ago. It was the mini Griptilian. It was my first really good knife, and yeah, it was really cool. And the very next year, I used my Dividend to get a full-size Griptilian because I just liked it that much, and I wanted another one. Maybe I buy too much outdoor gear. After that, I found out that there's a really cool knife shop in Columbus, and I didn't have to buy my knives at REI anymore. And now I've got a bushcrafter, a bug out. I had a fixed blade Adamas, and I have a mini Adamas. Actually, I'm carrying that right now. I love this thing. What's cool is Benchmade is dropping a brand new knife this week. It's coming out this Thursday, August the 1st, and we're gonna get back to the table, and I'll tell you all about it. Hey, this is Lyle with River's Edge Cutlery. Welcome back to the table. This is the Benchmade PSK, which stands for Personal Survival Kit. It's meant to be a hard-use folding knife for camping and adventuring. Lightweight but rugged. There are full liners in here with gray G10 on the bolster and green G10 on the handles. It's a full-size knife for sure. It features MagnaCut steel, and of course you can see here there are two variants for this model, and we'll look at the carbon fiber one here in a minute. The PSKs will be available on August 1st at noon Eastern time at River's Edge Cutlery, and we're excited to show them to you here. Let's get to some specifications. These are about 8.4 inches overall length with a 3.44 inch blade, just under 5 inches on the handle length. We have a flat saber grind drop point MagnaCut blade here. It has a cobalt Cerakote finish and some cutouts along the flat. It's got a dedicated choil down here that's meant for helping you strike a fire with a ferro rod at the base of the blade. And I just kind of noticed this a little bit ago that the green G10 versions are first production runs, if that matters to you. Also, this Benchmade uses an assisted version of the axis lock, which makes for easier one-hand opening. It's also got a secondary lock up here on the spine, so you can keep the blade locked closed or locked open, either way. So that might come in handy when you're out there hacking at stuff in the wilderness. Though you probably shouldn't try cutting down trees or batoning firewood with a folder, unless it's an emergency. Because of the axis lock on this knife and it just being assisted, this might be more accessible to folks who live in a place where automatic knives are illegal. The action on the assist is fairly subtle. The blade just kind of flies open, but it feels like your thumb did most of the work, and the knife just kind of makes sure you get your blade deployed every time. Just a small push with the thumb is great for this. It's quite smooth, it's really nice. I like the way they did that. The ergonomics are really good here. The texture is very nice to give you a good grip, and the comfort level is also really nice. It's a really big handle, as you can see. I have pretty big hands, and I've still got plenty of space down here. I can, hold this in a variety of different grips. So I think a lot of folks should be able to use this and be comfortable doing it. The design is pretty great looking. And with that said, let's look at the fancier model here featuring the carbon fiber on the bolsters. This is definitely a really pretty version of this knife. And the carbon fiber doesn't just feel like it's there for looks, but it feels really solid too. You also get this blacked out G10 on the back half of the handles and red thumb studs. Looks really nice. Let's do some quick size comparisons so you can get a better idea of the dimensions of this new knife from Benchmade. Let's start with some Benchmade classics that I mentioned in the first part of this video. Here is that mini Griptilian I told you about. My first good knife. And here is the full-size Griptilian that I got a year later. And these have both seen a ton of use and carry over the years. Here it is next to a bug out, which I often take with me on my backpacking trips as my kind of front pocket folder. And here it is next to my mini Adamas, which is also quite a tank of a knife. And I know this isn't the full size. I wish I had a full size here to show against the PSK, but I just don't have one yet. Also, let's put it up against some other knives that are very well known in the industry, and a lot of people have and understand the size of these knives here. This is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and here is the Para 3. All right, so what do you think? Do you have a first Benchmade story like I do? Do you have a favorite beautiful butterfly in your collection? Okay, that sounded weird, but you know what I mean. So again, these are dropping Thursday, August 1st at riversedgecutlery.com at noon Eastern. So check those out. And just in case you don't remember, we're offering 3 times the points right now for our loyalty program when you buy a Benchmade knife. Hey, and if you didn't already know about it, on August 24th, our annual meetup at REC is going to be happening, and we're super excited about that. We're going to have a ton of special guests from the knife industry in the building that day. We're going to have classes. We're going to have a lot of knife geeks and enthusiasts coming and bringing their collections to kind of show off and maybe trade and share a little bit. And we're going to have a lot of giveaways. A lot of giveaways planned. It's going to be cool. Please do us a favor. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe the video. Go over and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. The REC room over there, the rec room, is a great place to just kind of get to know those of us who work at REC and those of us who are big fans of REC. And you also get the scoop on the newest things. We appreciate you watching so much. Thank you and have a great day.